Hello, everybody, and welcome to GEM Screens, training videos for Citizens Climate Lobby Grasstops Engagement Managers. This is episode 1, Introduction to the Prospect List. I'm going to show the folks here in Santa Rosa chapter about what's on this list and how they can use it. So the idea here is that we'll always have a place to go to see who it is we're working with and what their status is, and we can focus on the ones that we are working on that are top priorities, or if we're managing the whole group, we can see what other folks are doing. But we want to put in front of you something that's a very concise and crisp presentation of where you are and what to do next. So you can see here we have the columns. The first column is the name of the client or the influencer. They're listed down here. Typically, they'll be in alphabetical order. If for some reason it's not, you can always click the sort A to Z button and it'll put them that way. And if for some reason you wanted to add a new client, you can click that button and it'll open up a new line here where you can start typing in their information. I'm going to undo that. And looking at the rest of it here, most important thing for Amy's Kitchen, who's the delegate? So Wayne right now is the voluntold delegate for Amy's. Priority 2, if you look here at these particular cells, priority, you can see if you just hold the mouse over that, you'll see that priority 1 is you're actively working on it. That means that if you're going to do any CCL Grasstops work, this is where you go and this is what you're going to do. Number 2, ready to work when time permits. So these are people that might come up next, but right now you just want to get them out of your view. I'll show you how to do that in a second. And 3 is like, I think of these people, maybe someday I'll want to work on them, but we put them on there. The key to a lot of this stuff is being able to sort and filter really easily. So if you just want to see priority 1 stuff, you can click the show ones button. If you want to go back to all the 1s and 2s, you can click those. For those of you who are a little more advanced, these are actually just activating the functions underneath these filter buttons. So I'm going to show just the 1s here to get that filtered down. And if you want to see by delegate, you can sort A through Z and they'll group those instead of organized by alphabetical order for the clients. You can see there's Bob's are all grouped together. If you want to go a little further with that and you know how to do this in Google Sheets, you can get the filter button and you can clear everybody out and you can just click on Bob and click OK. And that's, I clicked on that little thing. Now it shows that the little filter is on. It looks like a funnel and you're looking just at Bob's stuff. So if I were Bob, I'd feel like 1, I'm a really lucky guy, and 2, I would be able to see just those clients that are my priority 1s. So that's how these buttons work. And the next columns are the status and the plans for these. So if you look at the Sonoma County supervisors here, as of January 22nd, we were rating Bob and a few others who are part of his team are waiting for a response from Linda Hopkins about a resolution date. That tells us, oh yeah, we're waiting for a response. Now what do we do? Well, maybe by February 4th, and these are all dates that you can type in here. If you want to, February 4th, by the way, is when we're having our next Go Team meeting. So that's often a good deadline. But if you wanted to make that sooner, you could just change it to, say, January 31st. And what you want to do, that's my dear granddaughter in there is not very happy. Get update from them and answer any questions they might have. You can also look here to see who the contacts are. Your main contact is Linda Hopkins. And if you click these arrows, these expand and collapse more columns. It's kind of an outline format. So if you want to see some more detail there, you can see that Linda Hopkins, her title role is supervisor. Her phone number, you'd have that in there if you wanted to use it, and her email. So Bob ideally would have that contact information for all his primary contacts there. For secondary contacts, people that might be intermediaries or your gateway into the decision maker, there's another place to put that we'll talk about in another episode. And last of all here for today's lesson, identification, the one that shows here, shows what organization type it is. So we can sort all of these out by government and see which city councils and county supervisors we're now working on. So that's pretty much it. If I wanted to add, let's see, Redwood Credit Union, I could click the add client and I could type all that information in there. So any questions, please let me know. If you find this works well for you, let me know. If you have some issues you want to see changed, same as well. Thank you very much and have a great day. Get out there and make some trouble. I'm going to stop.